Hello, welcome to my channel. This is this video that I want to do right now. I have been thinking about this. I've been thinking on this. Yeah, we're getting straight into this, by the way. I don't want to overextend an intro. I have been wanting to do a creative, productive thing in my day-to-day life. And so I came up with this idea. And if someone's done this before, kudos to them, caught that. But I just wanted to do a video series where I kind of come to you guys and create a story using new words that I learn. So I would go on Pinterest and I would find words that stood out to me. I have a board full of lists that I like and think I would love to use and learn. And so in order to expand my vocabulary and able to, feed my brain good things, good activity, and honestly kind of have a more hobby-based thing that I do with my time versus being on my phone or anything like that, I'm going to be creating a story using new vocabulary words that I learn. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to be perfect with doing this, but at this point, I don't desire to come off perfect. At this point, as you can tell, the lighting's not amazing, my footage isn't amazing, my quality of my camera isn't amazing, but the fact that I think what really matters is the story that I create. And if this gains traction, great. If this doesn't, that's great as well. The point of the matter is I kind of want this to be something to encourage writing and learning, and like outside of a school setting, after school. I'm 21. Many 21-year-olds are not in school, unless it's like college, but as far as high school goes and all that. But I noticed that there tends to be a habit to finish or be done with school or feel that there's learning's over with, but learning's continuous. Learning doesn't stop, and learning doesn't have to stop. There's no timeline. The expiration date is your death date, so continue learning, continue doing. Okay, so I have my journal here, and I wrote down some things. So first of all, I was trying to figure out what to call this series. I wrote down about like 5 different points. So there's writing a book using new words, creating a book using new words I learn, creating a book using new vocab every episode, writing a book using newly learned vocab, or writing a book using newly learned vocab number 1. So it's not, I know they all basically sound pretty similar, but it's more so a more in-depth, specific on how I would, do it, if I do any like cheeky, cute little modifications to the wordplay in the title. I'm still figuring that part out, but I really, really, really want to do this. But anyway, so the theme of the book, my goal was to write a book in the perspective of a young Black girl, but a bit more detailed and just navigating in a day-to-day life. So as we know, we're all different, even if it's the same race, even if it's no matter what, we still have different experiences because we're all still individuals. And so for me, I kind of wanted to honestly kind of pour in some of my life, but then also pour in a more creative aspect of that as well. I've been into story creating for a long, long time, and I really honestly kind of want to take this more seriously. I've had this on my mind, but I think that it just doesn't, there's nothing like actually acting on your thoughts and your creativity, and this keeps popping up, and this is something I actually want to do. I actually do want to kind of get into these creative ideas and these creative series, if you will. And so yes, so it's like, the kind of prompt, everyday Black girl and her navigation through life, described in great detail with glimpses of nostalgia, joy, and like all the vast amount of emotions and feelings, sadness, crushes, all the above, all those things. And so that is truly something that I want to get into. And And so this is episode 1 of kind of establishing that. So this is more of an intro to the series, and then we'll get into episode 1, and then we'll get into episode 2, and so on and so forth. I can't say how many episodes exactly it'll be, and what I plan on doing is honestly just grabbing a little journal notebook and going on a tangent, describing the word that I find that I want to use for that episode, maybe a word or two. I don't desire to overly do it, but I do desire to learn new vocabulary and implement it into my story. If you are interested, stay tuned, and even if, again, no one sees this video, this is still going to be good for memory's sake. So, yeah, birds do.